Dhiego Lima here to the program, getting ready to fight in Titan FC 39, June 10th, in Coral Gables, Florida, with Jay-Z and Pat Healy as the main event. Of course, Dhiego's fighting David Michaud. He's 9-2, so pretty decent record. Pretty good fighter. Styles at the stage of the game still make the fights. You obviously, when you win, you're 11-4, but when you win, you're kind of all over the map. You have 3 KOs, 4 submissions, 4 decisions. How do you honestly think this fight's going to go?
Man, I really see me finishing this guy, man. I really do, man. He's a great fighter, but, man, I see a lot of holes in his game, man. His ground is suspect, On the feet, he comes forward with his chin up, and he just comes forward. He doesn't mind getting hit.
Right.
And this guy's been getting hit by 155ers, man. I'm telling you, I really see me stopping this guy, man. And it is something I need, I really don't see this fight going far, man. I really don't.
Now, let's not forget, the last time I interviewed you, before your last fight, you said the same thing, and that fight went through a decision. You won relatively easily. I mean, you were looking for the spaces to put him down, but the guy just wouldn't drop. Is it one of those situations where you hit him with everything that should have knocked him out, but Antonio, your last opponent, just wouldn't fall down?
No, bro, that fight, man, I'll tell you what, man. I have never seen somebody as long as that son of a gun. Dude, he was just so long, man. I could not figure him out, man. And then, when I tied him up, I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay here, do a few knees, a few things, and I'm just going to wait for the ref to separate us. But, man, I couldn't get close to him. That was a rough fight for me, man. That was probably one of my hardest fights in my career. That guy, I sparred with big guys before, but, man, that guy, on his wizard, dude, he could wizard and hold my other arm with the same hand.
Holy crap.
Man, I was like, what is going on? Does this guy have 4 arms or something? So that was just something. Yeah, man, that was rough for me, man. But I really tried to finish, man. I went, but then at the time, I was like, you know what, man? I just need to win. I need to win this fight. I'm coming off 2 losses in a row. And then now I can really open up again. Now I can go back to my game, go back to the fighter that I am, which is entertaining and go there to fight, But that fight, I just needed a win, man.
So you've seen tape on your new opponent, on your opponent now, David. How do you see this fight? You say you're going to finish him, but what kind of fighter is he? How do you see him approaching it?
Man, of course he's going to try to back me up, I think they're probably going to judge me for my few fights in the UFC and, where I was getting caught on a cage. So I really feel them trying to pressure me the whole time, So we'll see what happens, man. If they want to keep it on the feet, we can. If he wants to go to the ground, we can. There's just really I feel comfortable anywhere this fight goes, man.
So you obviously were in the UFC before. Now you're kind of not fumbling around, but you're traveling around in the minor circuit. Titan's obviously on Fight Pass, so a lot of eyeballs to see this fight. You're the co-main event between two named guys. Titan obviously is one of those programs where if the UFC comes calling, they let you out of your contracts and go fight for the UFC. Has there been any talks about you getting back to the UFC? Have they said, hey, you got to win 3 more before we can start looking at you? Is there anything?
Man, yeah, Joe's a pretty cool guy, man. I actually, because my manager actually retired, so I'm pretty much doing it on my own now.
Okay.
And, I stay in touch with him, man, and I told him about my last win, and, he's cool, man. He's just say, keep winning, I feel like a short notice, they'll get me back in there. I almost got that Uriah Hall fight, man, but, Uriah didn't want to fight anybody on 3 days' notice coming off a loss. So, I'm staying in touch with him, and, man, if the opportunity comes, he'll put me back in there, man, because my fight against Team Means, my fight against Jillian, those are all fights that I took. I did him a favor. I took those fights in short notice. So he respects that, he knows I come to fight every time, and this fight's going to be huge, man. This fight is for me to show what I can really do, man. I didn't do, like I told you in my last interview, I didn't do anything I trained with in the UFC. This last fight was just about me getting back on the win circle. And now, this is where I got to show what I'm made of, man. There'll be no excuses this fight. I have to perform to my best, and I have to finish this guy, man. I'm putting this pressure on myself, and I'm gonna make it happen this fight, man.
So how has training camp changed then for this fight versus the fight with Antonio? How is it different? Because now you're like, I have to finish this guy. I'm not just saying I'm going to finish this guy. I have to finish this guy. So you're putting more pressure on yourself, like you said.
I am.
How has the training camp changed?
Training camp change, man. I am doing every round 200 miles per hour. Every training session, dude, I'm crawling out of the mats, man. Every round I do, if it's on the feet, if it's pad work, anything I do, I'm doing 200 miles per hour, man. I'm going to set a pace on this fight that I'm going to impress myself, man. I'm going every round now, man. Every training session, I'm going full speed, man. I don't care if I'm rolling with a beginner. I don't care if I'm rolling with a student. If it's my high level guys, like I'm setting one pace this whole camp, and it's 200 miles an hour, man. And it's really showing, man. I'm flying now. I'm 4 weeks out,
Yeah.
and I feel like I could fight tomorrow, man. So I'm putting that pressure on myself, and I'm training for it, But I'm not making the same mistakes I made before. If I need a rest, I'm still gonna get my rest.
Okay.
Eating good, my nutrition is good, and I have never felt better, man. I've said that before, but I've never felt better, man.
That's Dhiego Lima is getting ready to do battle against David Michaud coming up here. Titan FC 39. Of course, can be seen on Fight Pass. Dhiego, thanks so much for taking some time with us today. Good luck, man, and we'll be talking after the fight.
Awesome, man. Thanks a lot for having me again, Frank. Have a good one, man.